are adding a brand new system to the game which could change things entirely for the future of ARK Ascended. Today I'm going to be going over some of the implications and explaining it in full what this brand new system means, so tag along and hang out for the video and let's get straight into it. Hello everybody, my name is Kiah and welcome to an ARK video all about the Community Crunch 394. This crunch goes over a very important system that's coming in the future, which you can kind of think like if you've ever played Minecraft and you've kind of put a skin on your player or used a texture pack, this is kind of what's coming to ARK. As well as it seems like they're trying to hone in a little bit more of a mod called Structures Plus, which was very popular in ARK Survival Evolved. So last week ARK talked about a custom cosmetic system that they were adding to the game, but they didn't really go over what this would mean for the game and the implications of what this would do, how you even install it, and how it even works. In this crunch they have tried to clear this up a little bit, so today we'll be having a look at that. So, ARK say the new custom cosmetic system allows players to dynamically apply player-generated costumes to players' dinos, skins and armors, weapons and structures. They do mention in this though, they are end-user curated skins. These can have endless client-side functionality, including network messaging and limited persistent replicated data storage. For structures, this effectively enables infinite visual variety and functional enhancement through player-created cosmetics. They also say this does not require any server updating or loading onto the server, which means the server does not need to add mods on there to enable these type of skins. So like I was saying in the beginning of the video, think of this like a Minecraft texture pack. Players will be able to make their own and you'll be able to go ahead and download them and use them throughout the game. So technically if you wanted ARK to look like a different game, you could probably manage to do that with this. So if you wanted to make a stone wall into like a pixelated green wall, then you could absolutely do that. Or you could turn the floor into a Minecraft dirt block. You could probably do that as well, as long as it's allowed by copyright. However, you might be thinking this could have some quite large implications when it comes to official, and especially the fairness when it comes to PvP, or maybe even if you're on PvE and you're just flying along and suddenly you hit a wall. What's that wall about? What's happening here? Well, let's talk about it. So ARK are adding this brand new thing already called Clean Glass Wall, which is a highly requested item that many people asked for when it came to the start of ARK. Honestly, I think this should be added into the base game, but probably not this particular model right here because it has a few things in it. So this is really inspired by Structures Plus, like we're talking about. Those that have used the mod before will be very familiar with it. As you can see on Structures Plus, it has the border, you have the opaque wall, you have the clear glass, and you're also able to color it and do whatever you like, remove the borders as you can see, and this has been a thing in the game for a very long time. And it makes sense that they're trying to put this in because, you know, they've done it in the past with like the triangles and wedges and stuff when it comes to ARK, and a few of the features with S Plus has already been put into ARK in the past. They say with this brand new clean glass wall, it can be placed over any normal wall and turn into an adjustable glass panel, can hide borders or create larger or different sized panels, and can make it opaque, transparent or one way, which is 100% S+. So yeah. And you might be looking at this panel and thinking, oh, this is just one structure. No, it's not. It is walls. You'll see here the little knobs on each end. It is walls. So there are 4 walls like a window pane, and they've removed the borders on each of these glass panes. So this is the type of thing we're talking about. But if you can remove the borders on those inner bits, you could also on the outer bits, which might mean if you're flying along on like a PvE server, you could be bashing into an invisible wall you won't even see. And then you can imagine how frustrating that would be on a PvP server if you're trying to raid a base and you just have like miles of invisible glass everywhere. It would be an absolute minefield and very frustrating. However, official won't have to worry about this too much because ARK had made a statement. ARK say servers can disable globally or use a whitelist. They suggest that on their official whitelist, which is default, The cosmetics allowed on official servers will be dynamically whitelisted on a daily basis by Overwolf and Studio Wildcard to avoid any exploity or issue causing cosmetics. So they're going to have a person specially hired to look at the brand new texture packs and be like yes, no kind of thing. Which is a lot of work for them, adding lots of player texture packs and ticking them off or removing them from the official network, however you want to put it. Or it could just be really restricted when it comes around to this type of thing. So I'm interested if even this glass clean wall will come to official, considering you can make invisible walls with it, or if you'll have to use the borders on the outside but not on the inside. How does that work? We'll have to find out, but maybe this is just something you can't use on official servers or have to state if you want it allowed on unofficial servers. Now there are other things they're adding from S Plus as well, which is a bit concerning for me, especially as it's coming in a few days' time. And there is a big problem with lampposts right now. For those of you that have noticed, if you put like more than, I don't know, 5 lampposts in your house, it starts to drop frames quite rapidly. It's actually really bad for lag having a lot of lampposts and light sources on in your game of ARK Ascended right now. I know for me, I can only really have 3 in my house before it starts dropping performance quite rapidly. And it makes a big difference. So imagine this, but now you're going to be having the party lampposts, which are flashing lights, by the way. So I'm hoping they at least fix like the FPS drop that comes from light sources before they kind of implement something like this, because I can imagine this being not great at all otherwise. And this is another feature from S Plus, by the way. You could totally do this in S Plus, and now you'll be able to do it in the base game of ARK because of these texture mod type packs. And like we're saying, they're not really like mods. They are mods, but they're not really mods because if you're on a server, they won't have to download them. So it's only a client-side thing. And there's something about client we're going to talk about in a minute, which also considers that because I found that a little interesting. So we'll get straight into that. But before that, we'll be going on to some dates, which will lead into me explaining what I'm talking about. Phase 1, launching February 1st, will require clients to manually install such custom cosmetic mods in order to see and use them on official servers. In Phase 2, launching in April 1st, they will automatically download them in the background when encountered during gameplay, which might not be good for those on a poor internet connection. They do note here though that clients can disable the usage of these globally or per mod ID. And this is when they go on talking about why they are restricting certain ones on official because of exploity measures. My question though to Wildcard would be, are you going to be quick enough to stop things like this? If players could just automatically upload these things and take them off whenever they like, and it might be something like an X-Array mod where you can see through certain structures by having it on. I'd be very interested to see how this works, because I know when it came to Minecraft, there weren't many ways you could really help with these types of texture packs. They were a bit dodgy. I'm very interested how they will work, because technically you don't need to download them if you're on a server. Like, you're not doing it like a mod list, like if you own a server and you're picking the mods for people to have. Technically it's not like that, it's more of a client side thing. But if you do go near someone's custom stuff, you have to also download that while you're loading it in as well, which I'm like, how is that going to work performance wise? I'm a bit concerned about that. We'll have to see. Although that being said, usually texture packs are not that much when it comes to loading it in or downloading it at all. They're very small file sizes, so we will have to see about that. Tic-tac-toe table is a new thing that they'll be adding in. 2 players can play a game of tic-tac-toe on a wooden table. Keeps a running total game wins and identifies players by their unique ID string, so should be able to keep playing across multiple sessions. So that's nice. I really like mini games in ARK, and I like it in other games as well. It's just something that's like a little fun to do, or like a little laugh, or something you could do with a bit of role play. So that's quite nice. I like that. Either way, apart from this, I think the system looks rather promising. I am a bit concerned about some of the implications about the system when it comes to servers and official servers, and how and what kind of things are we allowing through, because I'd assume by them mentioning this on here that this would be allowed on official, right? And you could already remove all the borders and everything, so that makes me think, are we going to be having invisible prison hell with the glass walls, or what? Or is it just a thing in the future which you're going to have to be wary of, where you're going to have to specifically per player on your own client side you know, blacklist types of mods you don't like. We will definitely have to see about that one. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about this entire system. Are you liking it? Are you concerned with it? And if you were going to download one, what types of things would you be looking out for? Either way, going further down into the crunch, they have the mod spotlight, which I'm kicking myself because like a few days ago I made a video and it did include the Seed Ethereum. I was going to do like a free awesome dino mod type deal, and it looks like they had the similar kind of idea on this one, so I'm like, no. But we will go over that in more detail, so if you want to learn more about that and the two other cool ones that are not mentioned here, then we'll be going over those that are really cool to look at. So yeah, that's the thing. Next, we're looking at Garuga's Let's Build stream that's coming up on Saturday 3rd. So if you're interested about modding or learning about modding in the future, because ARK is making this more accessible, opening more options and making it so you can customize ARK more, well, this would be a really good time to tune in. Apparently it'll be going on for like 3 weeks past this date at the same time. So yeah, if you want to learn about modding, then this is your opportunity to do so. And this is a huge pillar of the modding community, so definitely worth having a look at. Apart from that, bonus rates end on January 29th, so just be wary of that they'll be going back to normal. And that's pretty much it. In the community corner, we have like a monarchy special in here. What's going on here? We got Vito Raz, Miss V, always lovely to see, and some awesome fan art in here as well, which is always epic and lovely to see some beautiful artwork. But apart from that, that is pretty much all we have here today. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Please like the video, it really helps me out on my channel. And thank you for watching. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!